So Sean, tell me what was it like, the process as you make sure that your life story is being told equally as well as his?
Well, being joined by the hip, you know what I mean? Me and Life, and Corey and Sean, or Due and Booby, you know what I mean? Those are all the monikers and the AKAs and things like that. So you would see him, you would see me. You would see me, you would see him. So him telling the story is going to include me, and me telling the story is going to include him.
Right.
But as he told the story, and as he jotted down his memoirs during the course of his life, it included me. You know what I mean? Which is kind of fascinating, but to somebody else, but not fascinating to me, because if I did the same,
you was living it.
You know what I mean? I'm living it. But just to see it, it's surreal from on the outside looking back, saying, "Man, we did that, and then we did this, and then we motivated and we gravitated to that and gravitated to this." So it's a surreal thing, but you know, it's just a jewel just for us to come from where we came from to where we're standing at now.
When I signed that deal, I wrote my own book, Quan. I don't know if you know that. I wrote my own book. Ain't no ghostwriter.
That's what people need to know.
Yeah, ain't no ghostwriter. But when I signed the deal, they brought in a New York Times bestselling author to fix it up. If you would have read my manuscript, you'd be asleep on page 2. Yeah, so I basically was like, I was born in this year and today is today. Wow. That's not how you write a book. Nah. So you see that opening scene, it's like, yo, they came and got me, pistol, you gotta kill somebody right now. I would have never did that because I didn't know how to write no book. So what I'm really trying to get at is, so when they brought in that New York Times writer and he read my manuscript, I gave him like 275 pages. Here's my book, let's go. It was like, wow, you wrote this book. So he immediately was like, yo, I need to see Due.
Yeah,
immediately. Right. Because the original write-up, Dude's all over the place.
Dude's all over the original.
By direct name.
Exactly, by direct name. He's like, yo, I need to meet Due. So I remember we had that meeting.
Yeah, we had that meeting. Yeah.
And they exchanged mathematics numbers, and
he was asking me questions off the top of his head, or he was pre-prepared for when he saw me. The questions that he was asking me and the answers that I was giving him, he had already put a spin on how he was going to lay it down. His writing game was that heavy.
Ooh. So how much time did y'all spend with him?
That day it was maybe
a 2-year process.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
It was a 2-year process. It was a 2-year process.
That initial day might have been 2 hours, but it was elongated.
Right, I feel what you're saying. It broken down, but over the course of 2 years.
2 years. Even with me writing my own book, is that crazy? Even with me coming in with a whole book done,
so it's
still a 2-year process.
But it
was cool.
You wrote your life,
right?
But an author's job is to let an audience envision the story.
Yeah, that's absolutely,
you know what I'm saying.
And I mean, you could, when you reading it, you like live it. I mean, I wrote it, so I'm a little biased, but when you reading it, don't you feel like you right there in the story?
I know I knew you, I knew of you, I know you,
right?
But there's an intimacy to that book where I cried with you, I laughed with you,
right?
I understood the decision-making process, and it's something that, unfortunately, we don't talk enough about until we escape and survive something wild like that.
Right.
But you know how many people could have used that book as you were living, as you were growing and going?
That's right.
And that's what I think.
And you notice we have a cliffhanger on every chapter.
I see it, and that's what I think.
Even when you saw me walk across the stage for high school graduation, in the last line, I said 2 weeks later my mother was dead.
Like,
I know you was like, yo.
I said, how you gonna do us like that? How you gonna? And that's how I know the understanding of, damn. And so you didn't even know nothing was wrong till it was wrong. Then you look back and you say, because that's the same way my mama left us. My mama died a month after she retired from work for 44 years.
Wow.
She worked for AT&T for 44 joints. She retired. She dead.
That's what my mother worked.
Wow.
Because that's what was sustaining her. When it's about taking care of others, your whole job is giving of yourself.
Yeah.
And it's like she had nothing left to do. It felt like she was called. And then when you look back, it's like, man, you was losing weight. You was going. It was this. And we was shouting you out. Oh, you looking good out here.
You read that.
Transition. that was happening in my household, in my family, with my exact people. So I'm trying to tell you, reading your book brought me to an emotional state that was unexpected for me because the parallels were freaky, brother.
That's
freaky.
crazy.
And I know it ain't just us. It's the black culture. It's our people. Strength is a pillar of our community. And it's very hard to show weakness in the matter of showing strength. To show people that, you know what, you need the village. It takes a village to raise a child. It also takes a village to care for the elders.
Exactly.
And if we don't know what's going on, how are we going to help out?
And I say that all the time. Like, I always tell people like my story is the same story in the hood. I just had an opportunity to put mine on paper. But it's Corey Pegues walking around all over, not just New York, Queen. They're all over the country, but they don't have the opportunity that I have.
So let's segue that then. If that's the point that you feel a lot of people don't get to express themselves, what advice would you give them? Anybody who has a story they want told and wants it to be told in book form, wants to actually write a book, wants to actually have literature out there that tells their story, not just a bunch of pop videos and all. Because that's what today's content game is about. Media. It's a lot of what can you see, but I get lost in the book, and I love to. But what about a young person? How do they do it? Was it easy to find your writer?
So I'm glad you brought, because the process is a very difficult process, and we all know, me, you, and Due is all connected by, God bless his dad, Woods, my man.
God bless him.
You know, so my entertainment attorney for people that don't know.
He's still living through us, right?
You know, we connected forever. You already know that. And you got to bring Samson up here, because I know you got to get Samson on this.
Believe we have time, my brother. Life, man. Don't worry, more life, which is the name of this particular
crazy.
episode.
So me and Ed, once I retired, I'm like, yo, I got to tell this story. So me and Ed shopping for a book deal. It's hard to get a book deal. It's almost like the music industry. Like, you gotta be connected with an A&R to get that deal, or you gotta put your stuff out on iTunes and hopefully it catch on YouTube.
Right.
Same thing. There's a lot of people self-publish books, but to get a major deal like I got with Simon & Schuster, it's very different. You have to have a book agent. So you need to get a book agent to believe in you and your story, and then once we got the book agent set up meetings like a week later and had me in the room with the top 10 publishers in the world. Simon & Schuster, Random House, Doubleday, Grant Street, Warner Bros., everybody.
Yeah.
Me and Ed, it was 2 years but because you know Ed is like, he touching everybody's hands, he's saying hi. 3 o'clock in the morning, me, Ed, Leon, 5 Heartbeat.
Right.
We hanging out. All night. Cause you know Ed is he representing everybody.
He's the guy.
So we hanging out, and it's 3:30 in the morning. We in Clinton Hills in Brooklyn. And it's nondescript white dude is on the corner that we pass. And Ed's like, hey, how you doing? Whatever. Da-da-da-da. Next thing I know, he's like, yo, Life, come here. Yo, he a book agent. I'm like, oh, here's another book agent. Yeah, whatever. We make the meeting. Here we go. And by the next day, Ed's like, yo, send him your transcript. I said, no, I'm not sending that dude my book. That's my baby.
Right, that's strange.
I've been working all this time on that. And as you know, make a long story short, we got the book agent, and that's how we got the deal.
And so that gentleman you met on the street that night, what's his name?
Peter McGuinn. He's a president and founder of Foundry Literary and Media. It's one of the top book agents in the country.
To you aspiring writers, you're welcome, because you wouldn't have even known how to Google his name.
Exactly.
And that's a jewel from time. Knowledge is power, right? It's who you know, what you know, but how you apply it.
That's right.
Right? So boom, say his name one more time, because I don't want to mess it up, because I just learned that.
Peter McGuinn, but it's not really his name. You need to know it's Foundry, Media, and Literary.
This is what I mean.
You got to Google that, because then they show you how to submit your books and everything. That's what you got to.
That's strong.
If you don't have the secrets to the game of success, because everybody ain't gonna be in Clinton Hills at 3 a.m. and meet Pete. If Pete that don't even drink is on the corner of the bar.